Hello everyone. Before starting this video, I'd like to talk about the statement that I made on the previous video titled Justice for Teffo. I actually said I will not angry enough to go and march there by Jose Mampuru. I'd like to withdraw that statement. I said it out of anger, and you can't just tell people to go and protest without following proper channels. Things need to be done according to the law. There are proper channels that need to be followed if you want to have a legal strike or a peaceful protest. And a huge shout out to Advocate Titi Tobane for his legal advice. Even though we want justice for Advocate Teffo and we want him to be set free. Lastly, if you'd like to donate anything, please contact Bongani, the owner of the SA Infotainment podcast, and I'll link his podcast in the description. Let's get back to the video. Now, Bongani Masuku had also a long discussion with Advocate Malisela's wife on his podcast, SA Infotainment podcast. Lerato Teffo talked about Teffo's arrest and detailed how Advocate Teffo was arrested. She said Teffo called him on the 1st of August and told her that he has been arrested. She also received a call on the same day from Teffo's lawyers, and they told her that they were in the process of getting charges that were laid against her husband so that they can apply a bail for him. But that didn't take place because the arresting officer wasn't available. He refused to come so that he can assist them with the charges that were laid against her husband. And then after that, they went to the police station again to inquire about the charges on the following day, and still they were not assisted. She went on to say that on the 1st of August in the evening, she also received a call from certain people telling her that there's a statement issued by the SAPS that her husband has been arrested on 3 charges, which is malicious damages to property, assault, and fraud. And she was very surprised because, according to her knowledge, Teffo hasn't been charged. And she saw that in the social media and mainstream media platforms, her husband, Advocate Teffo, has been charged for assault, fraud, and malicious damage to property. She was really confused. She continued and said that on the third day, the arresting officer told Teffo's attorney that he can't give them charges because he's taking instructions from the National Director of Public Prosecutions, which is NDPP, and he was told that he's going to be charged on the 4th of August. He then appeared in court on the 4th day. The prosecutor told the court that Teffo is not probably charged. They still want to verify his address and other things, and they wanted 7 days for that. The magistrate didn't give them that 7 days. He gave them only the Friday and the weekend. They then came to her on the weekend. She gave them that address that they requested. Bongani also asked her to share how Teffo was arrested. She responded and said he was coming out in his office in Pretoria and he was moving out on that day in that office and was in company of a truck that had his office furniture. The truck was following him on the same street where police station is located. While he was driving, there was a white double cab bakkie Ford Ranger, though she didn't know how it happened because she wasn't there. This double cab scratched the truck that was carrying Teffo's office furniture. The person who was driving that white double cab asked the truck driver to pull over so that they can talk since they scratched the truck. Teffo also pulled over and stopped and approached them. He then realized that this car is the police car. The person who was driving that car spoke to the driver of the truck and he was informing the driver that he scratched the state vehicle. They have to get some documentation and she doesn't know who scratched someone's car. Teffo then asked them about what is happening. Another police came and that is how he was arrested. He was arrested by the detective Supe and she doesn't know what they told him when he was arrested. The very same detective called a backup and the police came with a kumbi and there were about plus or minus 11 policemen. He was arrested not far from Pretoria Central Police Station. He was taken to the basement. After that, he was taken to holding cells. He also claimed that he was assaulted first by this policeman, and on the same day he opened a case against the arresting officer and his colleagues, and the case number for that case is 38/8/23. Advocate Teffo then mentioned it in court on Thursday he was actually assaulted. He told the court that he was assaulted by arresting officer and his team, and he can't continue because he was also an investigating officer. Until this day, he hasn't got any update about the case and has been appearing in courts, and every time when he appears in the courts, there's always a new magistrate in court that is presiding over his matter. It only happened maybe once or twice where they didn't change the magistrate. There's always a new magistrate when he's appearing in court, and it's been postponement after postponement up until now. She revealed that in December he appeared in court. The state asked if he can be taken for mental evaluation, and his case was postponed for a short time because he appeared on Wednesday. Then on Friday, he appeared for mental evaluation before appearing in court. And the results were positive. There's absolutely nothing wrong with him. The magistrate said he's going to appear for bail application. The state and the defense agreed on a bail application. And Advocate Teffo all along has been appearing in Court 62 in Mampuru prison courts. Teffo then appeared for a bail. The state didn't do anything. They just asked for postponement, and it was postponed for 17 January again, where there was a new magistrate in his case, and it was postponed to magistrate court in the Pretoria, not in Mampuru court. Advocate Teffo went there and the state team didn't come. The prosecutor was nowhere to be found, and as a result, there was a new prosecutor who came, and he came with a different case number. She's not in a position of that case number, and his appearance there was very brief, and there was a lot of confusion, and they asked the prosecutor to recuse himself because they couldn't understand what he was saying. The case was postponed again for 24th of January 2024. On that day, he was transported to Pretoria Magistrate Court. Teffo called her on that day while he was waiting to be called. They then decided to proceed with his case in Mampuru again without Teffo being present there. She also revealed that the communication between him and Teffo is very limited. He's not given a chance to communicate with the people outside. The most painful part is that his lawyer went there in Mampuru while he was taken to Pretoria Magistrate Court, and when the lawyer was there in Court 62, he didn't know where Teffo was. And when the lawyer went inside the court, the state told the magistrate that Teffo is appearing in Johannesburg Hillbrow Court. The matter was again postponed, and another thing, the state doesn't inform them about what is happening with regards to Teffo's case. The prosecutor who was there in court went to Pretoria Magistrate Court and told the police that were transporting Teffo. He then told them to take Teffo back to Mampuru. Mrs. Teffo said he was appearing today on the 21st of February 2024 for bail application in Mampuru. Bongani asked if the public can be allowed to attend Teffo's case. She said they can try and go to Mampuru, but she's not sure if they will be allowed to enter that courtroom. She's still in shock and in disbelief. She can't believe what is happening to her husband, and it's so heartbreaking. There's a whole lot of people who are also suffering in the hands of the SAPS who didn't do anything. She's hopeful that one day everything will be revealed, and she doesn't think that she was going to believe what is happening to her husband. If it happened to just any person, it was going to be difficult for her to believe this. What's your take on this one, people? Thanks for watching. Please subscribe for more news.